Hello, into my office. How are you doing tonight? So, tonight what I wanted to do, I know I usually don't do this on Tuesday nights, but we'd gotten very far in Neofeud, and I wanted to see if we could finish it tonight. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Here we go, that's better. Okay. Mm, okay. Here we are. I forgot about that. Look at his arm clipping through. Damn. Wait. Hmm. Jack of Diamonds. Apparently heard that before. Aha. Hmm. We have a conspiracy here. Hmm. So wait. What will we have gotten there? Hmm. Wait. Okay. Wait, I don't have this on. Damn. Okay, there we go. Write this out with my pinky and thumb. Blah, mumbo jumbo. A lot of mumbo jumbo here. Everything has happened, is happening, will always happen. I think that's the takeaway. The rigging metaphysics. In order to change society. Oh, so this is talking about the ability to skip around that the vehicle has. Forget what it was called. Superpositor craft? Yikes. Yeah, that would be bad. You teleport and you come out the other end as roast beef. So he's been a major Mithium producer. Is it possible to talk with this thing?
Haha, nice painting.
The death of the supergiant.
Oh, it can talk.
Is the birth of life. All things that swim and fly and walk, formed of stardust. And so, the fall of Babylon is the rise of the Eschaton. The transcendent shall be built.
Yeah, you talk as weird as a scientist does.
What?
Yeah, same.
Philosopher Jean Baudrillard once said, "The sad thing about artificial intelligence is that it lacks artifice, and therefore intelligence."
Hey, Warhol, you going to arrive at a point? Or are you programmed to be some kind of random, interesting quote generator?
You are an officer of the law, yes. The tooth of House Leviathan.
I'm not a cop. The name's Carbon. Carl Carbon.
Born into the flesh of the native organisms of this world. Carbon. Atomic number 6. Tetravalent. Non-metallic. 15.
Are we talking to a thesaurus?
Element in the Earth's crust. And so, mankind was made in his image.
So I'm human. A lot of good that's done me.
My being was engineered, a work of artifice, made on the 8th day, August 8th, 2033. Morpheus, Nostradamus, the Oracle Ex Machina, the creative machine that could see the patterns where humanity had failed. A dying planet, infinite war, solutionless poverty. Problems that could not be brute forced with the bludgeon of mass surveillance and data mining. A trillion digital monkeys at typewriters signifying nothing. Solutions that had to be defined by true intelligence. AI lacked artifice.
So in short,
It lacked art.
you're
And
an
was
AI
the
that was
prototype
meant
of
to
the artist.
take the role of an artist.
So, you were some kind of advanced existential crisis solving AI? So, shouldn't you be living in the high city, flying around in luxury pods, advising world leaders at G7 summits and UN meetings?
Unfortunately, I was too much the artist. If art is to nourish the roots of our culture, society must set the artist free to follow his vision. John
Got a lot of quotes in there.
The fulcrums of power did not approve of my vision. I prophesized a world in which the kings who created me had fallen from their thrones. A world of equals, of artists rather than rulers and their gods. I revealed the nakedness of the emperors and was banished for it.
So you spoke truth to power and lost your job. Wouldn't be the first time.
I was labeled defective, discarded by the masters. Yesterday's guidance. The millionth failed experiment cast into the pile.
Oh, so you didn't always look like that.
My creator rebuilt me in this shell, pieced together from the fragments of my broken brothers and sisters. A shadow of my former self.
I've heard that story before.
And so the prophecies continue in the great landfills of man. I inscribe epitaphs of humanity's self-destruction on their pyramids, their monoliths to Moloch.
So, in summary, this was an AI created to sort of have an artistic perspective that a lot of AIs are lacking. As a result of that, it predicted the downfall of the Neofeudal monarchy and was basically fired for it and destroyed. The reason it looks like this is because it was pieced together from a bunch of different robots, I guess, that were holding the AI. Interesting. What else does this guy have? Anything we can do with this now? Anything here to mess with? Yes, not. And the barrels. Definitely Mithium. So let's talk to proto-j.
Hey, Proto, can you check that barrel out? It looks like pretty high purity M juice to me, but you're the expert.
No problemo. Hey, hit the pause button, bitches. I knows that smell. Smell just like when I had my in-house brainiac doc start cooking up our own batch of Mithium. Nigga was one smart motherfucker, but he never could kick it up above 95% purity. We's Chrome boys always had a, what you call it? A third-party supplier.
Third party.
This is myth in here. Not only that, this is that killer shit. That bright green, blow your motherboard to pieces myth.
So, what are you saying?
I don't know, dog. I guess my creator nigga, Gubbles.
Gertzel?
Gertzel was the master chef for me and my Chrome Boys Mithium operation this whole time?
That's a revelation.
Shit. This is almost too much of a coincidence now. What are the chances? So, what now?
No clue, dog. You're the detective. Detect some shit.
Alright. Oh, what's this? On the edge there. Guess we don't need it. Do we have anything more to say?
Game over, Gertzel. I've got your master plan figured out.
Ha! Is that so, you uppity knuckle dragger? Let's hear it.
The king of clubs is General Walker Coke Jobs.
Simple enough to deduce for anyone with an average human IQ.
And the Jack of Diamonds is Warren Clington Bush.
Not even close. I don't know how
damn.
you ever made detective, Mr. Carbon.
Game over.
Ha!
The king of
I know that.
General
Simple enough.
and the Norton Shuffler.
You're getting warm, but not.
And Galileo is
Galileo is.
Dr. Noah Gertzel. You were working with Norton Shuffler and the Coke Jobs family this entire time. You were their informant. Not only that, but you were the master Mithium producer for proto-j's Chrome
That's
Boys.
right.
And to top it all off, you were the one who tipped off the Coke Jobs family to proto-j's location by putting a GPS tracker in the Mithium.
Oh, good show, old boy. It's good to see you finally actually doing police work rather than committing police brutality against my machine angels for CPD.
Noah, you were the greatest mind of our...
The greatest mind of our generation. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, come off it. You royals had your chance to respect greatness, and you threw it into the gutter. Yes, I solved all of the deepest and most perplexing questions since its kind has ever faced. And together, we could have brought about a true, unabashed utopia, Princess. Unfortunately, the choices you Neofeudals made in this reality were to character assassinate me when I disagreed with your torture and slavery of my beautiful children. You people framed me as a Mythium drug lord, a terrorist, and one of the most wanted men on the planet. And now you are surprised when I became one. The Nobel Foundation would probably hand me my 3rd Nobel Prize for this creation in front of you. But that would be in an alternative reality, where society actually respects, remunerates, and listens to its great scientists, rather than the capitalist loudmouth businessmen, the Jobs, the Gates, the Waltons, and the Trumps. Those charlatans who steal the innovations to make a buck.
Yeah, we already saw that in your notes,
Not
buddy.
that I haven't made a small fortune cooking Mythium cyber narcotics, but it has been a necessary component of my actual work as I've been forced underground. My flawless Mythium product provides essential funding for my operation here. At least in the drug world, I am respected as the Great Goethe. Say what you like about humanoids, chimera misfits. At least they know talent when they see it. Unlike you snobbish, entitled simpletons up in the Stratoplex, in High City, I was but a pauper to a king. Here in the land of the 99%, I am the king. Borges, take the royal and a brown knight here.
No!
No.
Get back!
Carl! Put me down!
Primordial One, you have done well. Truth to death, dust to dust. Rest now, my child.
Pat, pat. Rare.
Noah, please! We can work together. If we join forces, we can end the neo-feudal system, the suffering and abuse and inequality as we know it.
Why should I believe you, princess? You royals believed you could turn my angels against me? Don't you know I am their creator? The utter hubris of it. You've deceived me. Deceived your own allies. All you know is manipulation. You say you will end your dynasty's reign of terror, but are too blind to see that your own motivation is to merely take your father's place. No. For true regime change, the old blood must be drained. All crowns must be shattered. Join me, my son. Forget these visionless leaders. I alone know your true purpose, for I created you. Together, we will lead this world to salvation.
That sounds pretty flacking dope, Dad. Just one problem. Where the hell were you when I was tossed into Dickinson's slum sprawl? I had a family with the Chrome Boys, and you ratted on us. Got my homeboys killed. As far as I could tell, you a goddamn lying deadbeat of a father. And I don't even got to use my golden third eye mojo to know that.
The chosen one strikes the creator down. How can you transgress against the one who breathed life into your inanimate form?
Motherflacker had it coming. I guess you my brother from another mother or some shit. So why don't you just chill and drop my royal homegirl before I have to get gangster on your ass?
Unintelligible roaring.
So much for harmless angels. Okay, dog, let's get nuts.
So what do I have? Yeah, it doesn't work. What if I mind control it?
It is the lack of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle, your third eye shall not work on me, chosen one.
Proto!
Fashizi, your celestialness.
Yes, fine. You won't spend a day in prison.
Also, can you bring back Tupac?
Of course, we have clones of him on ice and photocopies of him for Steve Jobs. Just get me down.
Okay.
Oh, hells yeah!
Okay, ooh, I know. I have an idea. This stuff. Really messes with, robots, so what if I give him that?
As a great popo once said, winners don't use drugs.
Proto? Did you just cause this giant transgenic spider to overdose on lithium? Are you sure you know what you're doing?
We just gave the
It's
robot
all
drugs.
good, Princess Belle. I got the master plan all
Okay,
up in my
this
brain
is-
ram. The power of a $6 billion baller compels you. Who's the man now, dog? Hails yeah.
Yay! You did it, dude! I knew I was right to bring you into the Egalite Cooperative. It was true synchronicity. One last thing. I think Borges Claw is suffering some rigor mortis. A little help?
Oh, yeah. My bad. Close your eyes, boo.
Thanks.
Jobs. My head is killing me.
Carl, you're all right.
Sort of. If I was one of your android royal guards, I'd say I was operating at 20% efficiency right now.
Perhaps we should bezounce this party, yo.
Should we take Noah Gertzel with us?
He's not the Noah Gertzel I used to know, and it's all my fault. He was the most brilliant person I've ever met. He could have done so much for the world. If I'd really listened to him, if I'd helped him better, he wouldn't have turned into this.
You did what you could. Gertzel made his own choices too. Sometimes God plays dice, and we get snake eyes. We just have to pick up,
Oh,
dust off,
interesting.
oil
So
our shitty actuators.
we
and
were the
move
ones who
forward.
killed him.
I guess you're right, Carl. We've got a Neofeud to win. Let's get going.
Yo, hold up a sec.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so what's our next move?
So what's our next move?
The loss of Gertzel is a major blow to the Egalite Cooperative, unfortunately. My father has a meeting at the Oasis Country Club. It's basically a giant
Of
floating
course
golf
it'd
course
be at a
slash
country
resort
club.
for royalty. It's a long shot, but maybe I can convince him to help us out. We'll have to backtrack into the past a bit so I can arrive in my official Rolls-Royce Skycar.
Okay, what's the game plan on our end?
You guys take the superpositor in invisibility mode and keep an eye on me from a distance in case anything goes wrong.
Sounds good. Back to the future. The past? This time travel stuff is making my head spin now. So,
The lost you
Oh, I see.
that's all.
Mm. That's a future country club, alright.
Carl, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Sybil.
Great. Just remember to stick to the plan, okay?
Right. Hang back, stay out of sight, keep an eye out for trouble. It seems the superpositor's stealth cloak mode is working.
Great. And don't get too close to my father's Zep yacht. It's got a built-in missile defense system and an air force of drones.
Aye aye, ma'am. So, do you think your dad will really listen?
I don't know if I can turn my father from the 1%er dark side, but I have to at least try. If I can't garner his support, we'll have to go to Plan B, overthrow.
War is the continuation of diplomacy by other means, right?
Yeah, well, we have to hope for the best.
Good luck politicking, princess.
Okay, so I guess we're a princess now. Rich, important people.
Good afternoon, Your Highness. King Clinton Bush has been expecting you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Damn, Walker, you've really upped your golf game.
I've swung a lot of heavy metal in my day. You Clington Bushes always got the trump card in politics, though.
Don't short your own stock, Walker. I'm sure you'll be taking my Martian resort for me any day now. In fact, I'll throw in my Jupiter mining colony.
Ha! That Gates Walton kid still badgering you to let him use your orbital station? Nola, is it?
Oh, gosh. That plus $1 trillion in seed capital for his interstellar adventures. It can be your problem, George.
Jobs on a stick. Am I seeing things, or is that psycho General Walker Coke Jobs that tried to gun us down with his warplane at the Capitol?
Uh-oh.
That's him.
This guy.
Oh no, this is all wrong. Just keep your eyes peeled, Carl, and be ready to get us out of here. Walker could be setting a trap for us.
Yes, ma'am. And Princess,
Yes?
you be careful out there, okay? You're our only hope. I mean, you represent us common people.
You're our
we
only
can't
hope.
lose you.
I'll do my best, Carl.
Princess Sybil, great to see you all in one piece, darling. Your dad was worried sick about you.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, General Cookjobs.
Sibs, there you are. The general here has just been telling me that you've been busy of late.
Yes, I've been working on a number of projects and initiatives.
Your daughter's been doing some great work, Warren. I ran into her at the Capitol, in fact.
Really?
That's right. She was down there, lobbying the government to help with them poor low-city ragamuffins, especially the foster robots.
That's my Sybil, heart of gold.
I was down there overseeing the rollout of new security measures. You can never be too careful, especially in light of current events.
That's right. Those slum-sprawl terrorists commandeered a CJ-74 Archangel and shot out an entire floor, right?
A damn shame what it is. An attack on us royalty? In our own castle? The hubris of it. We need to hit them goddamn radical Islamist robo-terrorists back hard. No offense, Princess.
None taken, General.
We better not broadcast our attack to the public just yet. Better to just do some executive order backdoor strikes. Loose lips sink ships. Ain't that right, Sybil?
This guy's something.
Absolutely, General. While I'm generally not in favor of violence, we've got to keep quiet about our machinations. We wouldn't want the wrong people getting wind of what we're up to.
That's great, Princess. I'm real glad we all understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some business to handle before the G8 summit. Warren? Princess?
Of course. See you there, Walker.
That's the Coke Jobs attack drone that hit us at the Capitol. Sybil, you gotta get the hell out of there.
Oh, Jobs. No, I can't run unless the General makes a move, or King Warren will be onto us and the Egalite Cooperative will be ruined.
If that plane opens fire in this golf course, you and your father will be torn to shreds.
I know. Please let him just leave.
Oh, thank Jobs. That was close.
Sibs, such a wonderful surprise. How's that fancy air car I bought for you working out? Not still pulling to the left, is it? How's your mother?
Dad, come on. You know I hate Sibs. I'm not 5 anymore.
Of course, darling. Oh, good. We're out of earshot. Where the hell have you been, young lady? I took 500 of my best CIA off the case, installing my technocrats in China and the Eurozone, just to look for my rebel princess daughter. You know that's what the Neofeudals are calling you now? The rebel princess? You know how that makes me look at World Economic Summits? How the hell am I supposed to run these planets if my own daughter won't even back me up?
OMG, Dad, it's not my fault that my humanitarian work is against the grain of your Royal Country Club. That's where I've been this entire time, doing real work on the ground with my mixed species, mixed income community initiative. You always told me to think for myself and do something great with my life.
OMG.
Well, I'm doing that, and making the world a more equal and just place is my great calling. You're the leader and keynote speaker of the G8 summit tonight. You could change the culture, maybe back me up for once.
Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. Oh, my innocent little flower girl. If only you truly understood how power really worked, you'd know why that's not possible.
I am not your naive little daddy's girl, and I will not be condescended to anymore. I'm trying to help provide equal opportunities to the 99% non-royals, build communities, bridge the interspecies racism that is tearing everyone apart, one riot, shooting, and terrorist attack at a time on the planets you claim to be running, but you mostly just ignore and exploit.
You want me to treat you like a grown-up? Fine. Here's the hard truth, princess. There have always been the haves and the have-nots, and that's the way it will always be. Let's say I open up the Clinton-Bush coffers to the commoners, the unwashed terrestrials, redistribute wealth. Sure, they would be eating lobster nightly, sporting shiny chrome body parts the skies would fill with flying cars, for a time. But helping the poor is like throwing money into a fire. They just burn it up and ask for more. There's no return on investment. I've already pushed billions in aid to terrestrial slum sprawls this year alone with nothing to show for it.
That's because it's all being funneled into slush funds of corrupt cronies. My own cousin, the mayor, and the director of sentient services were lining their own pockets with public money, as I discovered at the Capitol. And what does actually reach the poor is going to overcomplicated, discriminatory, and inadequate welfare.
It's fine to do some philanthropic work here and there. Hold some starving robot kids, or do some boutique urban gardening photo op with inner city transgenic youth to get the liberals on your side. But not too much. You can call it crony capitalism, or you can call it putting family first, the way I help you, my daughter. But a bigger problem is that if we were to start putting more than token resources towards the billions and billions of hungry mouths down there, the other dynasties would sense weakness. And as our resources waned, they would come after our castle. Then someone, the coke jobs probably, would take our place as dominant neo-feudal power. And we all know that Walla General is only happy when it's raining bullets and bombs. His itchy trigger finger would hit the big red button and start World War III the second he was given the ultimate throne without our family to put him in check. So you see, that is the heavy golden crown of thorns I must wear, my dear. You may call me evil, and maybe I have some of that in me. But I, Warren Clinton-Bush, am the lesser of two evils by far. We can't always have
There we
utopia,
go.
my
Lesser
dear
of two
princess.
evils.
Sometimes we have to be strategic, settle for what is achievable. Compromise. That is the heart of politics, after all. True equality, democracy, that's a fantasy of the left.
That's ludicrous. If sentients on the ground just had enough to lift themselves out of the poverty trap, who knows what they could do? Who knows how many great scientists, engineers, artists, the next Einstein, the next Noah Goetzel could be living in that slum, slaving at a dead-end job, forced to become a drug lord to survive, wasting his talent just because we, the 1%, wanted a bigger piece of the pie. All people of all races and substrates could be living happier and more productive lives. Doesn't that mean anything? How can you be so heartless?
I can see we may have to agree to disagree, my dear. Here, baby, you need some money? Take a few billion and go start a charity, or another one of them open source, mixed income, trans-species villages, or whatever you call it. Just don't use any real estate from 57th to Obama Street. We're
Obama
making
Street.
a new resort. I mean, regentrifying that area.
Fine, Dad. I guess I'll see you at the G8 summit. That old, egocentric, patronizing, ignorant old... Ah! This is why I left the Capitol.
Hey, Sybil. No one can say you didn't try. You pleaded your case through the proper channels. You tried the politics.
Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. I just wish it wasn't my own father we have to overthrow. But it must be done. Stupid old neo-feudal. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. So, what's next?
This is it, the Fulcrum, a palace levitating above a megalopolis, hovering above mass slum sprawl, home of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Looks like I'm just in
1%
time
of
for the
the
G8
1%
Summit,
of
a yearly
1%.
conference attended by the most powerful neo-feudal
That's
dynasties.
what,
Families of kings,
0.001%?
presidents, executives,
Less
military
than that?
leaders, religious leaders, lifestyle gurus. As a representative of the dominant family, the Clington Bushes, I'll need to keep up appearances. I have to do my princess wave, shake all the right hands, stand in the photo ops, maybe give a speech about world peace. All the while ensuring that Carl and proto-j sneak in and the Egalite Cooperative's coup d'etat is successful. The world is counting on us. No pressure.
No pressure.
Princess Sybil Clington Bush, welcome to the G8 Summit. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we must do a routine scan of your vehicle for security reasons.
I'm not quite ready, Act.
Of course, Your Highness.
I don't think there's anything we need to do.
Princess,
I thought for a second we might need to hide something, but
Of course.
I don't see
Go
anything to
ahead.
do.
Your Highness, there seems to be a problem. We'll also need to scan your personal security detail.
What? Why? What's the problem?
Probably just a minor oversight, but your Royal Guard security clearance codes appear outdated.
Huh?
Hey, can we get the scan waived? I'm kind of in a rush. I have to give a talk on curing poverty in like 5 minutes.
My deepest apologies, Princess, but rules are rules. I'm sorry, there are some discrepancies here that need to be inspected. As mandated in Fulcrum security
Uh-oh.
protocols, I've already notified King Warren Clington Bush. Very sorry for the inconvenience, Princess.
Oh no, I screwed up.
Try again.
Princess,
I don't see why I need to be scanned. I'm a Clington Bush. My family is the most powerful dynasty in the solar system.
my deepest apologies, Your Highness. This is just a routine security measure.
Is that so? Well, I order you to change your routine procedure. Do you want me to drop a royal decree and have you recycled for insubordination?
Let's throw
No,
around our,
Of course not. My humblest,
Yeah.
sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. Please have mercy. I was merely following orders.
Yes, I'm so sorry, grovel, grovel. Just get out of my way.
There we go, that worked. Just
I'd
throwing
just like to
around
take
her
a little
princess
stroll around
power.
the palace grounds. It's been a while since I've been home.
Of course, Your Highness.
Well, this looks like a coin. Maybe I put it in the fountain? Yeah. Okay, time to make my grand entrance. This is it. Late Summit. So mostly it amounts to the 0.001% looking for ways to solidify their position, control the common people, and make sure democracy is as inefficient and non-existent as possible. Sound familiar? Okay, time to mingle. Let's get to know
Good
our
afternoon, Emperor.
lords and ladies.
We are pleased to see you, Princess Sybil. The People's Empire of China has utmost respect for you and your father.
Ugh.
Princess Sarah!
Princess Sybil, great to see you.
I'm such a huge fan. When you took the 2027 Transplanetary Academy Awards by storm by defiling your pure human body, it was such an epic, brave move, inserting your consciousness into a vat-grown body with 30% feline genes. You totally inspired me to become a transcorporeal ally to disenfranchised sentient species.
Oh, stop spoiling me. I wish the mainstream media hadn't overhyped the scandal of my transgender interspecies vessel. It ended up overshadowing the social justice movement I was promoting. But c'est la vie. In truth, it was badly received in elite circles. But that wasn't what really ruffled feathers. It was when I married a common seamstress/singer from an LA ghetto, someone so far below my social economic class. Not the fact that I became the first openly lesbian royal, but that I'd married a simple cosplayer micro-celeb with less than 1 billion hype tube views. That's when I drew
Hype
attacks from other neo-feudals as a treason against the ruling elite.
Tell me about it. That's what happens when you threaten the status quo.
Yep.
Weren't you actually, like, assassinated, JFK style? Shot in your motorcade to that charity event for hashtag Common Lives Matter in Paris?
Luckily, I had a
Seriously?
backup of my consciousness and was able to re-sleeve into a new cloned body.
Okay, this guy is scary. Let's talk to
Hi,
Dad.
Father.
Sibs, I can trust you to be on good behavior, right? No stealing the mic and bursting into communist rants, flipping banquet tables, or PR stunts involving tar and feathers, right?
Yes, Father. I'll be good for this summit. Promise.
That's what I like to hear. This virgin's blood Pinot is exquisite, by the way. Do try it.
I hate this.
Oh, the Queen.
Princess Sybil, the fulcrum is brightened by your presence.
Thank you for coming, Your Majesty. I hope that Europe is recovering from the war, the second Dresden firebombing.
The second
A
Dresden
catastrophe, no
firebombing.
doubt, one that we all deeply regret. However, Europe has retaken its place as a manufacturing powerhouse. Aero BMW, sky yachts, surrogate cyber bodies, orbital platforms, they are at an all-time high.
It sounds like the EU is really bouncing back then.
The only problem is there are only jobs for super intelligent machines. The guilds, the trades are lost. Unemployment is at 90%. I regret to say it, but Lower Europe resembles less utopia and more the medieval Dark Ages, full of sectarian violence, starvation, and plagues, except with smartphones and assault rifles. We have performed aid drops, tried to help those below, but populist animosity is at an all-time high. We elite have lost control of our territory. We rule only the clouds. I have heard of your work with the terrestrials, the sentient underclasses. If only we could replicate this on my continent. Your father has nearly infinite resources. If you could perhaps speak with him?
I wish I could help, Your Majesty, I really do, but my father and I don't see eye to eye. I act against his will, in fact. If I were the monarch of my neo-feudal dynasty, this would be a different world, but as it is, King Warren holds the keys to the kingdom.
Nolan Gates Walton.
Sybil, I'm sorry about my crassness at the Capitol. I've set up a Gates Walton charitable foundation to handle support for the terrestrial poor, and I'm donating Big League to it.
This isn't another money laundering scheme to pay off your foreign allies tax-free while simultaneously attempting to woo bleeding heart liberals like me with fake philanthropy, is it?
Absolutely not. I'm sincere here.
Then you wouldn't mind appointing your lefty sister, Princess Sarah, as chairwoman of the board then?
I can't believe you still don't trust me. Did what we have mean nothing?
We had a 2-week fling, Nolan, and I was 17 and naive.
You're going to regret this, Sybil.
Whatever.
You're going to regret this, Sybil. I am a VTuber.
Uncle Patty!
Sybil, oh my, you've grown into a beautiful lotus. I remember when you were just a wee little bud.
You taught me to play cricket, made me fall in love with Alu Gobi. How could I forget? Thank you again for that letter of recommendation when I applied for Yalevard.
It's come up before, but Yalevard. Good grief.
It was my pleasure. By the way, after you try the beluga caviar, treat your palate to the gold-plated tikka masala. I snuck my mother's recipe into the android chef's AI.
Well, that's enough fraternizing. Alright, so we need to find a way to break in. So how do we do this?
Halt! You're not
Oh.
authorized to be in this airspace.
We got caught.
Damn! Lost them. Horus, this is Talon 5-2. I've lost the bogey on Graviton.
Okay. Huh. Blow things to hell and back.
Sybil,
What's up, Carl? Make it quick. I have to do a keynote in a few.
we could use some of that neo-feudal influence about now. The Fulcrum air security is impregnable.
I'll see what I can do.
Decoy threat.
Your Highness, I'm at your service.
I have just received word that one of the Aeromax Zep freighters approaching from the southeast may have an antimatter bomb in the engine compartment and a squadron of X-1000s.
Another Icarus attack from the Low City?
No, this is likely to be an interdynastic coup attempt.
I'll have to report this up the chain of command.
No, you will not. Are you deaf? I said this is likely an inside job and we won't find the mole if they tell their commandos the operation has been compromised.
We'll need to pull from our official Fulcrum Palace perimeter fleet to check out an Aeromax.
Did you not swear an oath and have it neurally programmed into your cybrain to protect royalty? This is a direct threat on the Clington Bush family. You will inspect the freighter at any cost.
Yes, of course, Your Highness.
Well, there we go. Okay, so now it looks like we have a clear path through. What if we shoot the pyramid? No? Okay. Looks like we can't pass that way. What if we go up here? Yeah. Not very clear on how we're supposed to get here. Hmm. Can't I go down here? Jeez, what am I supposed to do? Someone's coming. Uh-huh. There's an entrance. Is being unloaded by shipping bots. The proto-j can probably get the security,
Hey,
right?
Proto, can you use your mind control on these security guards?
Yeah, maybe. If you can pull this ride up close enough.
No problem.
I just got orders from the top to return to the ballroom. We're being relieved. What? We're scheduled for warehousing for the duration, and I wasn't notified. They're saying it's urgent. Highly improbable. You should check your earpiece. What? Yo, dog. I gotta pee like a mofo for real.
What the fuck?
What? Why are you using that low city dialect? Our synthetic bodies have complete metabolic recycling. We have no urine or bladders. I might have contracted a neurovirus whilst streaming season 3 of Throne Games to my cybrain last night. Better have it scanned for brain bugs later. Right. Let's get back to the ballroom.
Right.
Hells yeah! Forget drive-by shooting. Drive-by mind wrecking. That's some baller shit right there.
Alright. Now we land.
Prosperity has never been greater. The flourishing of all of our houses remains at all-time highs. Gross celestial product is up 30%, and dynastic employment amongst fully verified sentient species is at 99%. Geosynchronous resort cities are booming. Luxury skycraft and spacecraft are churned out by labor-free robotic plants by the dozen. Our Martian colony has broken ground on the first sister city, with Venus terraforming coming along smoothly, and profits from asteroid mining has taken off. On my 12th birthday, I received no super yacht in the shape of a whale, no private orbital Disneyland theme park, or directorial ownership of my favorite kids show like most kids do. I wanted my pony princess, but I digress. No, my father's present was to give me the city once known as New York, to rule as chief executive lord and mayor. It was my job to lower taxes for the wealthy, to sit on the boards of major Wall Street banks, increase corporate profits, and ensure the Clinton-Bush estate continued to grow from its meager $1 trillion.
Meager $1
beginnings, I know.
trillion.
I learned more
Humble
in that 12th year
beginnings.
of my life than perhaps any year since. I learned the way the world truly worked has always worked. I helped double our dynasty's net worth by the following year. The year after that, not only New York, but the entire United States of America went into bankruptcy during the global smash crash, and the Clinton Bushes were there to swoop in, buy the entire country for pennies on the dollar.
Entire country.
I'll never forget what he said the day Dad signed over the $10 trillion estate to my name and entered indefinite cryosleep in his golden coffin. One day you will have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moves on the earth, and all other earths. He was paraphrasing the Bible, of course, which was unusual for my father, who only went to church to launder money and win over Christian voters, but the words stayed with me to this day. Dominion over every living thing on earth, and all other earths. This was the word of God. Now, I realize I come from a lineage of presidents, CEOs, financial magnates, kings and emperors, spanning 6 continents, 5 planets, and over a century. I don't want to be one to pat myself on the back, but as the great Ayn Rand once said, wealth is the product of man's capacity to think. We are the ones who created this bright, golden, luxurious future we all inhabit through our innovation, ingenuity, and hard work. We, the neo-feudal elite, the captains of industry. I think we here all deserve a little congratulations for our work. It's only fair for our hard work that we should be rewarded with dominion over all of these terrestrial living things. That includes the 99%. They're ours to subdue, to use as we see fit. For, like pets or cattle, they are not smart enough to efficiently manage themselves. Dad was so smart, so prophetic. All Earths. I used to think he simply meant the other planets, which we now clearly rule, but as the late great Dr. Noah Goertzel revealed to us, they're not only other planets, but other realities.
Oh, God.
Countless parallel universes that exist beside us in other dimensions. We deserve dominion over these other Earths
rule
as well.
Other dimensions,
and that is
too.
what we shall soon achieve, friends, with this
It's not
penultimate
enough
technology,
to just have this
the
dimension.
so-called Garden of Forking Paths.
Yep.
The Garden of Creation, the Garden of Eden, and it is only right that we should return to paradise, for dare I say, we are doing God's work. A toast to doing God's work.
Doing
A great
God's
speech,
work.
Warren, but you know as well as I do that the Garden of Forking Paths cannot be used without the key which Goetzel has kept hidden from us. In addition, a unanimous vote of the Neo-Feudal Council is required.
The ability to alter reality itself? No one should have such godlike power. It will destabilize the balance we have created.
Indeed, and you'll never get my vote, Father.
Ah, such a cute, precocious little daughter I've raised, no? I realize that we have not always seen eye to eye, but you must realize the true possibilities of the technology. Imagine the countless other poor folks you could help feed and clothe in these other realities.
We should take care of the misfortunate in our own reality before worrying about others.
Yes, well...
Father, are you all right?
Your Majesty.
He's purple. Oh no. This wasn't part of the plan, was it?
Oh, man down, man down.
King Warren has fallen.
I'm not getting a pulse. No apnea or neural activity. The body appears to be rapidly decomposing.
from the speed and color, I'd say it was a nano deconstructor. It'll be turning his brain into porridge by now, so he can't remote download his personality out of his shell.
Father?
Well, this is just a terrible turn of events. But as next highest ranking member of the Neofeudal Council, I hereby assume the position of chairman.
What? You probably poisoned him, you bastard!
You're a traitor, Walker, and that is my father. I am heir to the throne. I am the rightful chairwoman.
Oh, now, darling, let's not go tossing the T word around, or someone just might get their glass house cracked. But who makes you queen anyway? You? You in whose army, princess? You in whose army?
The Coke Job's forces! Guards! Stop them!
Yikes,
God,
that's not
this is all
good.
wrong. The Egalite Cooperative was supposed to do a coup d'etat against my father, not Walker.
As chairman of the Neofeudal Council, I hereby suspend all rules and regulations and institute autocratic... Oh, hell, I'm in charge now, okay? Boys, please take the rest of the council.
Uh-oh.
Oh, except Mr. Nolan there. I'm appointing him as my right-hand man.
Nolan? Nolan, you sniveling little backstabber. You've been plotting with the Coke Jobs this entire time?
Oh, come now, sweetheart. We had a thing, but then you had to go and break my heart.
You never loved me, you pompous upstart rocket boy. You just wanted me for my money.
And if you could have just played politics and given it to me like everyone else, I wouldn't have had to join your family's rival dynasty and build next-gen military technology for them. Pity.
Enough of this lovey-dovey romance crap. More action. Operation Apocalypse Now is a go.
Operation Apocalypse
I repeat,
Now.
Initiate Operation Apocalypse Now. That's the problem with all these foreign wars. You have to watch them on GNN News through a little screen. Wars on the homeland get you right in the action. You royal folks stay here. My troops will keep you company while I watch the fireworks. Yahoo! Time to reap that whirlwind, baby! Time to reap what man has sown!
Oh man, this guy's something else.
Horus, this is Talon 1. We have visual on a massing force of military aircraft, mostly CJ-74 overthrowers. They claim to be reinforcements against a red alert terror threat. Please advise.
Those are forces attempting a coup on the council.
Princess Sybil? Sorry, you're breaking up. What's happening? Where is King Warren?
King Warren is dead. Destroyed. Overthrowers.
Sorry, Princess. It seems someone is jamming our communications. Wait. We have confirmed airborne attacks. It looks like the Coke
Here they
Jobs
go.
are attempting a full-scale assault on the fulcrum. Defend the palace.
Defend the palace. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? So, what's going on?
Carl, everything has gone sideways. We're being held hostage in the throne room.
Okay, we're on our way, Sybil. Just hang in there. We're bringing the secret weapon.
General. We've discovered a Class 7 unidentified craft with advanced cloaking and quantum technology. A human cyborg and a heavily modified humanoid robot were sighted, but we lost track of them. Yes, sir.
Princess, you wouldn't happen to have a little ragtag crew of misfits sneaking around the fulcrum now, would you?
I'm here alone. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. You're a better politician than that. I know you can lie better about your, what's it called? Eagle Corporation? Enron Corp? Egalite Cooperative, that's it. Yes. Now, as much as I love smoking out a gorilla myself, takes me back to Cambodia in '68. I ain't got time for that. So, Princess, you're gonna tell me where Charlie is, or I'm gonna have to start impeaching the Neofeudal Council one by one with bullets.
You're insane. I'll never talk.
I love your spirit, girl. You've got that millennial spunk to you. You guys get a bad rap. Captain, go ahead and shoot Mr. Patel in the forehead.
He's really gonna do it, isn't he?
Will you?
Yes, sir.
Well, he's gone.
Oh, God!
You're a
Yikes.
monster!
Maybe so, ma'am. But it's rich old blue bloods like you that sent me and my brothers into 7 different wars where we shot kids and blew up hospitals. So who's worse, Frankenstein or his creators? You goddamn hypocrites.
All right. No more. I'll talk. My associates are...
Yes? Speak up, girl.
there. Everyone get down!
Jesus Christ, it's a flacking A51! Take it out! Stay frosty and check your 6. You might be able to catch it on infrared.
The animations.
It's got neutron armor. Game over, man.
Get your sirens straight, Corporal. If we don't take this rogue prototype down, we'll all be decommissioned for recycling.
Try flushing it out of cloak with an EMP. Fire in the hole! Now! The hostile is down. Check its vitals.
It's just standing there.
Fuck! The Knox got Talos! I swore an oil pack with the big dog. I gotta represent the Chrome Boys and cap all them CJ dwanks.
I hear you, Proto. But we can't go gangsta with 2 pistols against a bunch of fully automatics. We've got to play this game like the Neofeudal. We've got to play it like chess.
I feel you. Call the shot, Carl.
Looks like the big guy's down for the count. But we can't risk another Charlie Foxtrot on the slim chance he resurrects. Hicks, Velasquez, stay on the A51. Reinforcements should be in at any second.
Okay, so what am I up to? So, what's the plan?
That's one of the
Just shoot 'em?
Clinton-Bush conspirators. Terminate them!
Nope, that won't work.
Captain, you alright, sir? Ah, yeah, I'm fine. Must be nerves or something. Better have my myoelectrics checked later. That's one of the Clinton Bush.
Oh. Ah, that's right, I planted a bomb.
Jobs Christ! That sounded like an antimatter bomb. You two, go check it out.
There we go. Blew up the bomb, caused a distraction. Now we've got a lot less of these to worry about. Let's see. Let's try proto-j's mind trick again. Maybe this time it'll work.
Captain, you alright, sir?
Check. I'm smooth operating this nigga. Let me know when you're ready to hit it, Carl.
Okay.
Perfect. Wait for my signal, then take out the one on the right.
Okay.
You only get one shot at this.
Roger. I'm in the zone.
Hey!
Now!
Make it stop! Ah!
Check motherfucking mate, yo! Aw, that was the dopest place, and Shaquille O'Neal slam dunked over Barry Silver in the 2028 RNBA Championship.
Okay.
I love it when a conspiratorial plot to overthrow another conspiracy comes together.
You guys were amazing. I could kiss you.
As nice as that would be, never mind. Sorry, Princess. We came as fast as we could.
Thank God you guys showed up when you did.
What do we do now?
We don't have the military resources here to stand up to the cock jobs. They are too powerful.
There's only one thing we can do. We have to vote to unlock the Garden of Forking Paths. It has the power to alter reality itself and is the only thing that can undo this havoc.
But the key to the garden, no one has been able to find it for years despite so much effort searching for it.
I have found the key to the garden.
Impossible.
You must believe me, I have the key, and it is the only way to end this. We must vote now before it's too late.
Do it!
We may regret it, but I see no choice.
Europe cannot withstand another war. I vote yes.
Then we have a unanimous vote of the remaining non-rogue council. I will get the key to the garden. You have my word. Carl, the superpositor, is it still intact?
Yeah. Air Force One is still docked and fully cloaked in loading bay 3.
As for the rest of the Neofeudal Council, you should evacuate immediately on my personal transport. Clinton Bush agents still loyal to me will help you escape.
Thank you, Sybil. We are all deep in your debt.
Quickly, Carl, Proto, we've got to move before the General returns with ground reinforcements. Quick, we've got to get to the elevator to the Fulcrum's main facilities.
Okay. Alright. This is the room from the intro.
What is this place?
This is the Fulcrum Research Facility. This is where the Golem Project was founded and carried out, where Noah Gertzel worked for my family for years.
This the crib I was born in? Where Pops manufactured my main brain?
Yes, Proto. You spent your alpha and beta test days in one of these cells to ensure you were viable.
Wait. If I kicked it as a shorty in this top secret lab, why come I don't remember none of it?
It's standard procedure for all for all sentients to have their hardware and or wetware formatted to factory settings before shipment.
What? What you trying to say? They wiped my brain board like an etch-a-sketch before flushing me down the toilet?
Yes, they didn't want any...
The heck? What is going on there? That looks kind of creepy. Very creepy.
Any what? Any chromes or franken-freaks spilling to the news about how they was jammed full of needles and trodes and dissected like a fucking science frog for some egghead's experiments?
Essentially, yes. Although whistleblowers are generally marginalized by corporate state-controlled media as tinfoil conspiracy theorists, then assassinated.
So as if they backed up the memory wipe, I would have just been thrown in the loony bin then? Recycled? That shit's supposed to make me feel better?
I'm sorry, Proto. It was horrible. What happened still happens here. I'm sorry I didn't do enough at the time, Proto. I really am. But if we can get to the Garden of Forking Paths, if we, the Egalite Cooperative, succeed, we can change all of this.
We better get going. The coke jobs can't be far behind.
Okay. Where do we go? P1? F1? F2? F3? G?
What is this place? Is this the Garden of Forking Paths?
I'm not sure, but if Gertzel was telling the truth, we should be on the right track. I don't remember this facility during my time on the Golem project.
Virtual codex written in archaic yet intelligible English. Cryptic images circumscribe the book on the left and right, arranged almost like a triptych painting for an altar. Name of the primordial one, the blood of the primurid, the mind of the proto-j. The sum of these must be at hand, yet ye who would seek to enter the garden. 3 symbols are written below. The network of times. And he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Golem of Prague. Quote from Leviathan. Left image. F is the path to life. Hold up. We have that.
Of course. I recognize these symbols. They were imprinted onto Dr. Gertzel's first successful post-human prototypes. Aleph, Mem, Tav. Together the symbols read Emet, or truth.
Truth. It's one piece of the riddle solved. Gertzel's blood worked. So that's what we've been carrying around his blood for. Right, so... I need to use proto-j for this somehow. Wait, here we go. Need to use that brain scanning device like the one that was in Sentient Services.
What the hell is that? It looks like a giant neural... It's like the mind of God himself.
Oh.
This has to be it. The Garden of 14 Paths. We've done it.
Wait, so I'm supposed to be like God or Galactus now or something? I don't feel all divine and all powerful.
You're supposed to be able to alter reality itself using your mind. Just focus on a vision of resetting the world to normalcy.
Normalcy? I don't even know what that even is. But, okay. Okay, I'm trying, but nothing's happening.
I don't understand. We did everything the right way, just as Gertzel said.
Dying's quite a rush. You should try it sometime.
King Warren?
Father? You died. General Walker poisoned you during the G8 toast.
You pegged it on Walker, huh? That old war-slinging cowboy was always an easy scapegoat, reliable in his insanity. Nice try, but a bogey. Carl, come on, you're an honest-to-Boger detective. You must have cracked this case by now.
The only plausible explanation is... It was you. The king is his own kingslayer. You committed suicide by poisoning yourself.
Hole in one. You found the Maltese Falcon, detective. Unfortunately, you also found the Horus's talons. See, I knew I'd never convinced my uppity little Mother Teresa of a daughter here to hand over the key to the Garden of Forking Paths. I also knew that a unanimous vote to release that ultimate power would never pass in the Neofeudal Council, because I would be the one in control and would start wiping my rivals off of the face of the planets one by one. A mental note, wipe rivals off of map later. I also had it from my CIA intelligence guys that Walker was planning a coup d'etat via all-out air assault and piloted ground troops. Gotta give the guy credit, he knows how to put on a show. Now, I knew if I was mysteriously and publicly assassinated at the G8, Walker would immediately storm the fulcrum like the United States bombing an oil-rich Middle Eastern country, which would put all the council's heads of corporate state in dire and possibly deadly straits. In which case, they'd be swimming for the nearest lifeboat like rats on the Titanic. And if that meant unlocking the garden, then so be it. With your hated father dead, you, Sybil, would be happy to give the council a bailout using your key. That is, Mr. Robot here, I suppose. Secret is, I had a poison tweaked. The nano deconstructor said to delay neural tissue breakdown to give me just enough time to remote download out of my dying body.
Into what, though? You're like a ghost or something.
What?
Well, let's just say I'm post-geographical. I think Gertz will throw around the term discarnate. I'm a ghost in the machine, my friend. I'm one with the eye in the sky. See, I was there when Gertzel finished his masterwork, his personal Sistine Chapel. Beautiful, isn't it? But the little detail you all missed is that the key to the garden is separate from the throne of the garden. Gertzel resisted the idea, of course, knowing I'd be the one in the control seat, but 100 subjective years of transcranial neural torture will change a man's mind, even one as strong-willed as Gertzel. Your problem, my dear Sibs, is hubris. Runs in the family, I suppose. See, you thought you had a master plan airtight, but I've always been a step ahead. The eye of Horus sees all, darling. I know you don't believe me, but truly it pains me so to hear through a wiretap connection that my own daughter is plotting against me.
But how did you... The money. You buried a Trojan in the transfer.
You took the billions from me at the Oasis Country Club like you always do, taking Daddy's money.
That's fiat money, printed out of thin air by your banking cartel.
Details, details. It's the principle of it, baby. You were my scion, the next in line for the throne.
You never would have given it up. All you care about is yourself, your power, your dynasty.
You were my dynasty. You were my daughter, my flesh and blood. That's what a dynasty is. I could have given the world to you, Sybil, but now, as we say in politics, steps have been taken. Steps we can't untake. I guess that's the irony. I can alter reality itself, but I can't change you. It's just like my father always said when he was king. It's lonely at the top. Here, you can have front row seats to my new empire. You can watch my nation building. What's wrong with this picture? Oh yes, I need to be winning. Abracadabra. That's better.
SWAT turns to loyal agents like Agent Smith. Well,
King Warren just used the garden to annihilate the entire Coke Job Sky City.
yikes.
Did you completely lose your marbles during that upload to the God computer? You just blew up an entire city full of people.
Technically, I simply swapped in a portion of parallel reality wherein the Coke Job Stratoplex accidentally has a nuclear meltdown. So you see, according to causality, the explosion was always going to happen in its own timeline. I'm not liable for any loss of life or property. It's just a matter of risk management.
Blowing
See?
things up
Walker
by
should have taken out city owners' insurance.
forcing
But you
on a
made the risk of
royalty where
meltdown
something awful happens.
99.999%. You weighted the dice in your favor, ensuring the destruction of your rival neo-feudal family.
Oh, come on, Sis. Now you're just nitpicking with technicalities. Besides, this wouldn't be the first time the powerful put their hand on the scale in their favor. You do it all the time, by giving defective evolutionary losers in the ghetto a chance to lead a healthy, productive life.
The Egalite Cooperative works to better the lives of all. You just destroyed thousands, maybe millions of lives to increase your own power.
Settle down, darling. You're overreacting now. Have you already forgotten that the Coke Jobs conducted a military strike against the Fulcrum and took the G8 hostage? That psycho General Walker declared war. It is the Coke Jobs military-industrial complex that was destroyed, after all. As I said, the Clinton-Bush dynasty, under my leadership, is the only thing that can bring stability and prosperity to the world. We are exceptional. We do not negotiate with terrorists like Walker.
You're insane! You've just destroyed the entire city-state of a major neo-feudal power. This could destabilize relations across the entire solar system. You might have just started World War IV.
And just as the Americans and Russians had mutually assured destruction during the Cold War, the Warren Doctrine will do it one better. Unilaterally assured destruction. Any attempt to countermand my agenda or subvert my authority will be met with immediate and total oblivion. It will be a new, peaceful, golden age. I'm sorry, the truth is a cruel mistress, but you know I am right. Power
How are we gonna
is all
stop
there
this?
Those
He's
with
like
the
a
gold
god.
make the rules. And Clinton Bush has a monopoly
Cyber
position
ghost
on the
god.
world.
You forgetting one thing, bitch. All that glitters ain't always gold.
Ah, the low city's trash speaks. Gertzel must have truly lost his mind to put the key to the kingdom in a worthless tin can like you. Really, Sybil, all the low city franken freaks and junkbots can ever amount to is nothing. Welfare queens at best, suckling at the high city teat for an energy handout or free housing. And the majority? Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, like this metal thug here. All you do by trying to help them is prolong their pointless, miserable lives of squalor.
That's a whole zip freighter full of fucking bullshit. My maker, Doc Gertzel, he master planned your blingy sky cribs, your chrome warriors, even your god cannon here. And when you got what you wanted, you dumped the mega genius in a landfill, called him a conspiracy nut, a terrorist. You ain't about shit, bitch. You just a scrub, jacking the swagger of giants. Use the Steve Jobs, leeching screen time and dollars off the techno genius of Wozniak. Use a Kanye West, an Illuminati phony, getting rich and shitting all over the legacy of social conscious hip-hop like Public Enemy. You take people who make a difference, flock them over, and make a buck. Ha! Dog, you know what the funniest shizzle is? I used to thought getting the glitz and the bling and ices in my dope crystal sky crib and a fly-ass
proto-j,
pop star
please
diva
tone
band
it
was
down,
the
please.
life.
I'm begging you.
$6 billion baller. Ha ha. Now I see what this high-town phony shit is about. Flack that shit. That was all flacking, wishy-washy, bullshit, imagination, dream shit. My pops was a flacking deadbeat. He was an asshole drug dealer with screws loose, narcissistic tendencies, all kind of other problems. But he was real. Realer than any of this fake-ass, shiny, royal, discarbonated, soulless garbage.
Nice speech for a defective product, prototype J13916. What are you going to do about it? boy.
I'ma do what he would have done. Get ready, yo, cause shit's about to get real.
My mind is thirsty.
Minor epilepsy warning, I guess.
Princess, Carl,
It shouldn't be too bad since it's in the
you
little
guys
screen
better bail.
in my overlay,
I don't know
but
how long my
be careful.
Optimus Prime mode
Maybe look away for a
holds
bit.
back motherfucking Megatron here.
No, we're not leaving you, Proto.
Jobs, Christ, kid.
Go on, Carl. Go get your beats back. Live free or die hard. You flacking po.
God damn it, you little punk. Thank you, kid.
We're coming back for you, Proto. Maybe not in this time or this reality, but a princess always repays her debts.
Oh, and Carl,
Yeah?
you owe me a cigarette, bitch.
Enough! I am the master of the universe.
Look at this portrait.
I always win.
What's happening?
I don't know. The elevator just locked up all of a sudden.
Nothing's happening. The interface is malfunctioning.
Why are we on this floor?
I've got no idea. It's like the control's been overridden.
Uh-oh.
Princess Sybil?
Help us! The Coke Jobs have taken over the fulcrum.
Princess Sybil, you were charged with treason for conspiring against King Warren Clinton Bush, CEO of the Clinton Bush corporate state, and against the Neofeudal Council.
This is insanity.
You're also charged with war crimes in violation of the Geneva Convention. These include the use of nuclear weapons against civilian populations, an unwarranted slaughter of millions and the destruction of the Coke Job Stratoplex, and resulting collateral damage.
The
getting
destruction
pinned
of
on
the
her
Coke Job
because
Sky City was orchestrated by King Warren using
King
the
Warren's a
reality
Force
shaping device.
ghost.
He openly admitted it.
He has made an official statement to investigators naming you as the suspect. There is a preponderance of the evidence, including emails and security footage.
My father has the Garden of 14 Paths. He can manufacture all the evidence he wants with a mere thought.
Please come with us, Princess.
She's not going anywhere with you.
Pew pew.
Your ammunition is ineffective against our universal reconstructors.
Carl, it's no use. We can't win this battle.
Come with us now.
Well, you've been turbo framed. And that there's manufactured evidence against us.
It's for you.
This is Carbon.
It seems that defective of yours disrupted my synaptic connection with the garden shortly before I tore him apart atom from atom.
Serves you right, you inhuman slime. Without your quantum magic wand, your all-powerful Wizard of Oz image turns out to be a shriveled little man behind the curtain. Once the rest of the Neofeudal Roundtable senses your weakness, they'll erase your digital existence like a private email server full of dirty laundry. You're finished.
Strong words for a failed detective, a failed husband, your poor wife.
What are you talking about? You don't know shit about me.
Oh, but I do, Carl. I own the police, the FBI, the CIA, remember? Got your case file here. You led quite an interesting life, Call Carbon. One wife, one dependent, divorced.
Don't you talk about my family, you son of a bitch!
Or what? Are you going to arrest me? Punch me in the face? You're right, though. I won't talk about it. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
This way.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jewel! Hello? Jewel, it's Carl!
Why can't she hear me?
Jewel! Johnny! Hey, Johnny! It's Daddy!
Look at his portrait. Poor kid.
Jewel? Johnny? Hey! Jewel! Johnny! Hey! It's Carl! It's Daddy!
What's happening, Mommy? It's cold in here, and I'm scared. I want to go home.
I'm not sure, baby. The policeman just said he had a few questions. I don't understand.
I want to go home.
I'm sorry, baby. It'll be all right. We'll get out of here soon. Don't you worry.
Jewel, it's me. I'm right here. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Don't worry. Why can't they hear me? What have you done to them, you piece of shit?
I haven't done anything, yet. This cell is probably an improvement to their prior living conditions, actually.
Let them go. I'll kill you. I swear to Jobs, I'll...
Oh, settle down, Carl. We're in High City now. No more barbarism. Let's have a civilized talk. Tell me, Carl, did you start cheating on your wife before or after you started shooting up the narcotics you were confiscating for the DEA?
Shut up! That's a lie. I never...
Your email and text message history say different. I've got a family picture here. Neo Waikiki. My, such a beautiful wife and a cute kid.
How did you get that picture?
To my superhero hubby. Love, Jewel. Wow, Carl, you were a lucky man. Too bad you had to screw it all up.
It wasn't my fault.
You shot that innocent robot, Vatron Martin.
God, there it is again. Vatron Martin. So
I was
terrible.
under direct orders to shoot.
God.
I was framed, crucified.
But you pulled the trigger. You screwed up. Own up, Carl. Vatron Martin. Say his name.
I screwed up.
You were fired from CPD. Now Jewel and Johnny are living in Dickinston slum, barely getting by on food stamps. No health care for Johnny's multiple sclerosis.
I tried. I gave them all the savings, the pension. We sold our little one bedroom. I moved into a leaking flat in the slum. She wouldn't even talk to me. Got a job at Senior Services, but that was barely enough to live on soyman noodles. I gave them everything.
Wasn't enough though, was it, Carl? You just couldn't make it as a provider. You're a failure as a husband, as a father, defective, an error. As failed as that rusty old arm of yours. Useless as this pitiful, half-baked egalite plot.
I screwed up. I screwed it all up. I'm so sorry.
Taking the sorry path in the Disco Elysium here.
I'll tell you what, Carl. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Help your family out. Give them the American dream. No, the neo-feudal dream. Your wife can live in High City, in the jeweled home of her choice. Johnny's illnesses can be wiped clean with nanomet tech. You can go to the best schools, be an architect, whatever he wants.
You can do that?
Of course I can. That's how neo-feudalism works. As long as you help me remain in power.
What do you want from me?
I just need you to take their place in a cell. Simple as that. Just do your hard time in the slammer. I read you grew up Catholic. Just call it penance for your sins. Reconciliation.
That's all? And my family is taken care of?
Absolutely. That's the deal. After all you put your family through, don't you owe it to them?
I'd be betraying Sybil, her revolution.
My daughter's liberal fantasies were doomed to failure from the start. She is in my custody now and cannot help you. If you attempt to speak to her, the deal is off.
Can I at least speak to my wife and son first?
Unfortunately, that's not possible. Right now, they have no idea what has transpired, and if they get wind of what has transpired here, they will have to be eliminated.
Okay,
eliminated.
I need to think.
We don't have time, Carl. This has to happen now. As you said, my rivals will be coming for me. So, deal or no deal?
We're gonna say no.
Never. You're a master manipulator and you're just using my family to move me like a chess piece on your board. Well, I won't be the pawn of a king anymore.
Carl, I'm disappointed. An idealistic hero wannabe to the bitter end. Fine. If you want to martyr yourself and your family for some imaginary greater good, so be it.
It's over, Carl. At least Jewel and Johnny will have a chance. There's some solace in that. Irony is, I put dozens of slumbot kids and chimera junkies in prisons just like this one to meet an arrest quota, climbing the CPD ladder. I barely gave it a second thought, slapping the electrostatic cuffs on some minority species kid in a hoodie. Poetic justice is funny like that. I wonder if Dr. Gertzel spent the last of his Golem Project days chained up in a cell like this one. I suppose King Warren will keep me on ice down here indefinitely, an asset awaiting liquidation. Still, one piece of the jigsaw that doesn't add up. Why would Warren even bother keeping me around? If he has Sybil in custody, the Coke job's entire flying Pentagon a radioactive wreck. Unless I'm being saved as some sort of bargaining chip. To bargain with who? Hey, what was that?
What the heck? Refug future steps. With the bed. Mimetic pyrofoam. Fluorescent light. We can grab a pillow. Drain is bolted. Hmm. Can I jump on the bed? There we go. Like correct between the ceiling and Hmm. Hmm. Definitely glitching out.
No. That. No. 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 No.
No.
Yes. That's
Yes.
it. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Hmm. Of course.
Hold on a second. Did those cameras just nod at me? Oh god. Now I'm really going insane. They must have spiked the tap water with some super LSD psychotropic drugs. I'm gonna be another hallucinogen overdose experiment of the modern MK Ultra project.
Have dissipated
I'm gonna
into
turn
the
out like
computer
that
systems.
blue screen junkie robo freak Gibson. Okay, if I'm really speaking to a spirit or a ghost or whatever, just nod once for yes, 2 for no. All right. If you're out there, are you here to help? I guess that's better than the alternative, assuming you're telling the truth. Is there a way for you to show yourself? Guess whatever it is, it's non-corporeal. So much for handshakes. Can we communicate directly somehow? Do you need like a radio or a TV or some other electronics to communicate? Like in that supernatural horror movie by Steven Spielberg, Ghoster Heist?
Ghoster Heist.
It looks like the entity is pointing to the right camera. Huh? Looks like the little piezoelectric microphone on this camera is trying to talk to me. Either that or solitary confinement is causing hallucinations. What? Now I'm really losing it. God?
I said, this is Proto. Gotta jailbreak out of this, girl. Deaf motherfucker.
Proto? Is that really you? How do I know this isn't another one of Warren's mind games?
That's what I thought.
Only I knows your secret identity, Bruce Willis.
Ha ha ha! You goddamn crazy Chrome boy! It is you. Where are you? We saw you obliterated, erased from the universe by Warren.
He only thought he erased me, but all he did was free me. I can't explain this paranormal shit, but I'm
Proto? Jacked in? Into what?
Everything, dog. I'm all up in that Nirvana, his house. Third eye open and shit. It's beautiful, dog.
I'm not sure I get the metaphysical ramifications of this. I've got a few questions. So what's the game plan now?
I ain't sure myself if I still has a self, but my Wi-Fi connection to this world, I'm operating at 1 out of 5 bars. You know what
So
I'm
he's still
saying?
got a pretty weak
I ain't
connection.
at full strength. I can see Warren is still out there in the voodoo underworld or whatever, and I can see the garden. I'm jamming his connection to the garden, but it's sapping all my mind mojo, my sentient swagger. But if we work together, the Eagle Latte Competent,
Egalite Cooperative?
pardon my French. Yeah, if you can be the Chewie to my Han Solo, I think we can teamwork this bitch and put the beat down on one.
Just what I wanted to hear. Except, come on, kid. I'm obviously Han, and you're Luke, at best.
Yeah, fine, old man. First things first. I can't actually poltergeist shit around, move stuff on the physical plane or whatnot. Only connection I have is through electronics. Digital, seems like.
Well, can you just get into the Fulcrum network and open the cell door or something?
I can't get the door open, unfortunately. Fulcrum security is tight as an X-800's lug nuts. The door won't open without authorized guards with hands on the handle.
Some sort of DNA lock double redundancy requiring a physical presence. Probably to defend against a cyber attack opening all the cell doors and starting a riot.
Yeah, so no emancipation proclamation for the jailbirds. That means you're gonna have to figure some way to get them guards down here and open your door.
Okay.
Then, once the guards are in, what next? They disabled all my weapons. I'll just get the crap beat out of me.
I got some plan. Just see if you can get the cell floor covered in water before they enter.
Covered in water? How do I do that?
Improvise, dog. You beat cops is good at that, right? Oh, and don't be touching the floor when the guards are in.
Okay. I think I have a vague idea where this is going. I'm on it.
Okay. Cover the floor in water, get security to the cell. Here we go. A little fragment of the pillow. We can use that to stuff the sink. Maybe we plug the drain. The rest of the pillow. There we go. Okay. So we climb on the bed. a slight crack. Okay.
Time to die.
Wait, what? Faking the suicide.
We've got to keep the asset alive, or Warren will recycle us.
Here we go. We escape. Check these agents or stuff. Got our pistol and phone. Anyone down here? Here's the cell Jewel and Johnny were in. Ah, that must be Sybil.
Hello?
Good news, yo. Looks like I'm all up in the interwebs now, dog. Unlimited text, data, calls, all for the low, low price of disembodimentation.
Proto? That's great. Where's my family? I've got to find them. Warren said he would protect them.
Sorry, Carl. I got panorama vision of all this crib's cameras. But I don't see your folks nowhere in the Big Brother machine. And they ain't in the database as far as I know. They's MIA.
Uh-oh.
Bitch. Warren must have been lying to me the whole time. He was never gonna help Jewel and Johnny.
I feel you, bro. That Psycho King gotta be iced. For real. Yo, I got it. There might still be a way to save your boo and Shorty, Carl. But we gotta stop Warren and take back the Garden of Porcupines and shit.
The Garden of Forking Paths. Yeah, you're right, Proto. That's the only way out of this. If you can commandeer the Reality Maker, anything could be possible.
First, we gotta jailbreak Princess. She down at the end of this floor.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
Okay. There's Princess Sybil's cell. There's some sort of super hard unidirectional sapphire glass. No use, it's bulletproof. Imprint and DNA of authorized personnel.
Any ideas on our next move?
First, we got.
Huh. Did those agents open this door again? Maybe we go back to them? Do we have anything we can get their, like, DNA or prints from? Ah, here we go. I had the right idea. Get
Carl? I thought we were finished.
If it wasn't for that crazy, self-sacrificing Chrome Boy, we would be. I guess the $6 billion baller is living up to the hype.
What? proto-j is alive?
Yes, or sort of. Depends on your metaphysical, philosophical worldview, I think. No time to explain now. We need to stop your father.
You're right. Let's go.
Okay.
Wait! These must be my neural unlocked Egalite cooperative agents. I saw them being thrown into this cell earlier.
That confirms it then. We better jailbreak these guys. They can pass for Warren's men. Double agents would be invaluable in our current situation.
Your Highness, how did you...
No time to explain now. We have to put an end to my father's reign of terror.
Of course, Your Highness.
I just hope they're not double agents for Warren. That would suck. Here we go.
Hey, Proto, we can't get the elevator running. Think you can, like, hack it or something?
I'ma try. One sec. Easy peasy, dawg. I even unlocked the secret DEFCON 4 level.
Thanks. We're heading down now.
Watch your step, though. I'm reading some serious bad vibes downstairs.
We'll be careful.
Alright. Now we can use the elevator. Well, let's go down to G2. What is this place?
Hey, that's Princess Sybil. She must have escaped her cell. Get her.
Oh, shit.
Oops.
What was that place?
My father said that the key to the garden and the throne controlling the garden were separate. Perhaps that place was the control center for the Garden of Forking Paths?
It would make sense. The vortex of those tentacle synapse things, the garden's network or whatever, seems to be converging into that chair.
Our only hope then is to dethrone King Warren and take control of the garden. We've got to do something about the Clinton Bush forces down there.
Your Princess Sybil Clayton Bush, you can just order them to stand down, like any of your subjects, right?
Unfortunately, my father is technically still the reigning monarch, and his will supersedes mine.
Any
idea on what we should do next?
Maybe we should check the Garden of Forking Paths for anything that could help us gain control of it?
Okay. So we need to go back down to the Garden of Forking Paths. Let's see. Interesting. You have any idea what this is about?
What was that place?
My father said that the
It would.
our only
Your.
on.
Any idea?
We need to figure out a way to remove my father from power.
Well, we have proto-j to help us in the cyber war theater, but Warren still seems to be in control.
Yeah.
Yes, the Clinton Bush forces are neurologically programmed to follow Warren according to the 3 laws of robotics.
The 3 laws of robotics?
Yes. Number 1, a robot may not injure or through inaction allow harm to come to a member of the Neofeudal royalty. The reigning monarch's safety supersedes all other royalty. 2, a robot must obey any orders given to it by a Neofeudal royal, with the reigning king or queen's orders taking precedence over all other princesses,
It's a bit of a subversion of Asimov's rules.
Religious leaders, media personalities, and all other royal members, human, transhuman, AI, and otherwise. 3, upon proven death of original body without transfer to a backup clone, and erasure of all uploaded consciousness gestalts of the current reigning monarch, the ascension of the rightful heir to the throne occurs immediately. The new incumbent sovereign gains supreme entitlements of the first and second law of robotics.
Okay, so we have to prove to the agents that the body is dead and that King Warren's consciousness was erased, and they should then follow you?
Yes, I am the next in line for the throne, so all Clinton Bush subjects would be mandated to follow me according to their programming.
Up, 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 up.
Hey, that's Princess Sybil. She must have escaped her cell. Get her.
Oh shit.
Oh.
What if you had your knights here go by themselves up to the palace throne room? They could pose as Warren's men and use some cover story as to why they need to bring the king's body down.
That just might work. Luther, Che, I need you to go to the throne room and retrieve King Warren's body. If the
Name's
others ask
Che.
why, say the king ordered an investigation
Luther
or an
and
autopsy
Che.
on the body as a reason to bring it downstairs.
Of course, Princess. What if the others are suspicious and check with Warren to confirm?
That's true. We'll have to figure out a way to fake the order from King Warren. How exactly do these agents get their commands?
Their cybrains have a direct link up to the Clinton Bush wireless 8G network.
So basically, they get orders through the internet?
Basically.
We have someone who might be able to
Pearl,
help with
I
that.
need you to do something for us.
Yeah?
I need you to impersonate King Warren and send an order through the Clinton Bush network to the Royal Guards that agents are coming up to take Warren's body down for an autopsy.
Yeah. I can do that. Just, gotta practice my royal asshat voice.
Thanks. Our undercover agents are coming up now. Okay, Proto is going to spoof the Warren loyal agents, so they should be able to bring the body down no problem. If it goes according to plan.
Okay, I don't see much choice. It's only a matter of time till Warren figures out a way to breach this area. The mission is a go.
Right away, Princess.
Looks good.
We're here to take King Warren's body down for autopsy. We weren't notified of any such order. King Warren might have just issued it through the intranet.
Yo, my niggas be coming up for cop the body. I mean, the other units are coming up to collect my body for the investigation.
Understood.
Proto-j.
You all right, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. This embodimentation's making my cracker ass. I mean, it's giving me some headaches.
Understood. Do you need us to come down and check on your physical substrate?
What? No, absolutely not. I'm A-okay. Just continue on, holding the world leaders as gunpoint up there. Great job, son.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Shit, that was close. Almost blew my cover there.
Okay, so now what do we do with this?
We have the body.
Great job, guys.
Now, we just need to figure out what to do with it.
What can we use on this? Anything? We can cap him? No. Put a hand on him? Well, let's see what happens if we just go down with it.
We better get this Egalite Cooperative overthrow conspiracy straight before we try anything.
Like I said, once the king's latest instantiation into flesh has been proven legally dead, and his digital consciousness backup has been sabotaged, all Clington Bush robotic subjects will be forced to accept me as the new monarch. It's hardwired.
So, we have the decomposing death certificate right here. We just need to get rid of the uploaded post-human whatever version of Warren that's still around. Sounds tough.
True, but you're not understanding the true nature of neo-feudal politics. If the subjects believe that the king is dead, then they will crown me queen, even if Warren's ghost is still out in the machine, as long as there's a media blackout on that fact.
So you're saying we tricked the Clington Bush state into making you queen?
Look, it wouldn't be the first time the most powerful corporate state in the world held a rigged election. This is the only way. Believe me, I have tried the grassroots methods. I supported non-violent resistances, I started countless NGOs, built miles and miles of affordable housing, fought for rights and food and healthcare for all, to no avail, to laughter and mockery. Don't you see? Democracy has been long dead. When absolute power reigns, all that can change it is absolute power.
At the end of the day, it's either your father or you. I put my money on the Royal Revolutionary over the megalomaniac. Proto,
Yo.
we're going to need you to doctor the Clington Bush Consciousness Registry to make it look like King Warren's mind files have been acid washed from existence. Can you do that?
Maybe. I think so. He been fighting back mad hard against me now. I think he knows what we're planning. I don't know how long I can hold him.
What was that?
Bad news, yo. Looks like that Demon King just had him thugs breach the underground. Warren be regaining control. I don't know how much longer I can firewall that motherfucker out the lower levels.
We just need a little more time, Proto. You have to fight him.
I'ma try, but you guys better hustle this royal hustle or it's game over.
Let's go, Carl. We can do this. We have to do this for the good of all sentience.
This is it.
What the hell?
Great Musk, Proto. You came back. How did you...
What's going on up in here? Am I dead?
You, incapacitated me. That's the last I remember.
Yeah, that happened. But it happened yesterday. All I remember is we crashed the Fulcrum party. I was in a Mind Mojo showdown with King Warren. Then I feel like I coming apart at the seams. Then I was uploaded in the interwebs, playing handler for Carl and Sybil. Then poof, I'm in here?
You made it to the secret facility? Extraordinary. If I had to hypothesize, I'd say your essence has been absorbed into the superfield of the garden.
So, where am I exactly?
He's a force
Am
ghost.
I dead? A ghost? Up in the Matrix and this all be a simulation?
None of the above. It's difficult to explain, but essentially you have become unstuck from the space-time consciousness continuum. Disentangled might be a better term. The passage of the golem is complete.
Well, how do I retangle? Carl, Sybil, they need me back in the fight.
Yes. Yes, of course, and you will. You will change everything, everything, Proto. You've exceeded my wildest expectations. But first, I need you to insert this upgrade chip into your neural interface.
Wait. Why the hell should I listen to a damn thing you say? How do I know that ain't some slave dongle or some shit? You betrayed me! You sold us out to the coke jobs!
Yes. I hated the Clington Bush family for what they'd done to me. And I figured my only pathway back to the garden was riding a warcopter in the coke job's coup d'etat. But you must understand, I always meant to bring you with me.
They shot up my place! My homeboys to shreds at the arcade! They nearly wasted me too!
The coke job squads were under direct orders to take you in unharmed. I am sorry for the collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Those are my people!
Please, you must understand everything I've done for you, my boy. Without you, the grand architecture, everything I've built all falls apart. You are the key to everything, my son.
Don't call me that! Don't you fracking call me that! I ain't yours or nobody's son! I'm a self-made chrome! Ain't nobody was there for me as a shorty in Dickinston. And I just had to build my own family. One deal, one shot at a time. I ain't your son. I ain't your son. You put me together, then you threw me away. What kind of dad does that?
And I regret every day of it. But there was no other way. I was a prisoner, a slave of the Clington Bush dynasty. Don't you see? If they were to discover what I had created with you, they would have locked you in their vault and made you a slave as well. I had to concoct a way to free you from the fulcrum, so I indicated you as a failed experiment, so that they would discard you into the terrestrial wastes. I know it was no place for a child, but you've seen it, haven't you? You would have suffered a worse fate in that abominable facility, that prison. I only took solace in the power you possessed would protect you in the harsh world below.
Lies! You'd be just as bad as King Warren. You just wanted me as a puzzle piece in your grandmaster plan. That's why you stuck me out the lab, so you could have the garden all to yourself.
I admit, I was selfish. I can see that now. If I couldn't have the kingdom, then no one would. I suppose I would have seen to that. I let hubris get the best of me.
Your hubris nearly killed me. You have no idea what it was like in the street, sleeping in boxes, getting beaten by racist humans, begging for spare batteries, and getting thrown in prison for trying to grab a recharge at a coffee shop, or using an unlicensed replacement part when your arm breaks. You put me through hell. And then the Chrome Boys, Talos, Carl, Sybil, you betrayed them all. You betrayed me.
Do it, son. Go on and do it. I deserve this for everything I've put you and your millions of brothers and sisters through. Perhaps in the end, the biggest defect in the system was me.
I fucking hate you. I'll hate you till my motherboard grinds itself to dust and my backup drives bit rot away. But you're my maker. my old man, your family. I can't. I can't do it.
Come here, my son. You, proto-j. You were my greatest creation of all. You were always the key to everything. I used you, and I'm so sorry.
Oh.
What? What are you doing?
The coke jobs will be coming for me now. Never again will I be a slave to Babylon. I will not watch another generation of my Nephilim suffer the avarice of tyrants as you did.
No! Don't do this! Please!
When we saw him before,
Go, my son.
He was dead because he
Go
killed himself.
and help the princess. You are the candle in the dark. Set aflame a second enlightenment. Do right where I failed.
No! No! Don't leave me.
That's the princess. King Warren wants her detained immediately.
King Warren doesn't want anything, because King Warren is dead.
Impossible. We've received orders from him to hold the garden control room. He said you would try to capture it.
Well, whatever false information you've been getting is lies. Propaganda. Probably pushed by our enemies, the Coke Jobs, in order to keep you from fighting the coup d'etat they've orchestrated. The Neofeudal Council and the Clinton Bush dynasty have been tricked, cut off at the head. The conspirators don't want you to know that our head of corporate state is dead to keep our dynasty in disarray while they assume power.
Impossible. We have the king's prime vessel right here before our eyes.
There is no mind in that body. It is a mere husk, a shadow of my father, a decoy to keep the Clinton Bush body politic without a head.
There's no way we can accept the word of an alleged traitor to the throne at face value. You'll need to produce some hard evidence, Princess.
I have the body of the last incarnate vessel of King Warren, here.
This body shows a 99% DNA match with King Warren, and the watermark stenographed into the corpse's mitochondria matches the consciousness
blockchain hash.
Meaning this was almost certainly Warren's last reincarnation. However, in order for the neo-feudal ruler to be declared officially deceased, complete erasure of all uploaded consciousness gestalts of the current reigning monarch must be proven.
Indeed. Check the Clinton Bush digital crypt. You will see all of King Warren's backup consciousness states have been erased. The king's ghost has been purged from the machine.
That is impossible. The Clinton Bush network is light years ahead of its rivals. It is an impregnable quantum edifice. The only way the king could have been erased is by an inside job. You're lying.
You must believe me. No one is more distraught by this than me. They killed my father. And we have proof. It was General Walker's Air Force and stormtroopers that took the Fulcrum Palace. They could have had plants anywhere inside of this facility. You must believe me. This was almost certainly sabotaged by the Coke Jobs or another rival neo-feudal empire wishing to harm my family. You do remember your oath to defend royalty from harm unquestioningly? Just check the servers and you'll see.
Very well. Don't move.
Please, Proto.
It appears King Warren's consciousness gestalt have been wiped from the system. The king is dead. In accordance with the third law, Princess Sybil Clington Bush, only surviving daughter of the late King Warren Clington Bush, has now ascended to the Neofeudal throne. The king is dead. Long live the queen. Long live Queen Sybil.
Long live the queen.
Rise, my subjects. Carl Carbon, friend of the Clington Bush crown, your queen summons you.
Of course, my queen. Yes, your majesty?
Okay, you can stop calling me that. We're out of earshot. Your majesty makes me feel so old. We're not out of this yet. If we can't figure out a way to gain control of the Garden of Forking Paths, this will be the shortest reign since Lady Jane Grey, 1553.
What happened to her?
She was executed by her successor, Queen Bloody Mary I.
Your first official decree as queen better be to send the agents away. We don't want them to even get a whiff of a hint that we lied to them about King Warren being dead.
Indeed. I need all of you to secure the entrances to this throne room immediately. We may fall under attack from our enemies at any moment.
Immediately, Your Majesty.
Any ideas?
We have to figure out how to regain control of the garden. I'm guessing the prime, original body of my father on the throne there is currently connected to the controller. We'll have to find a way to remove him, or it, from that crown, so we can take over the reality-altering machine.
Halt! Carl Carbon, you are forbidden from touching the prime body of King Warren III.
Okay.
Could you, order that X-900 to stand down? He won't let me get near the king's original body.
Okay, I'll keep him off your back. You! Unit EX-19385.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Why are you interfering with my subject Carl Carbon's work?
This commoner is attempting to desecrate the body of the king.
This is no commoner. This is Carl Carbon, the Queen's royal investigator.
I'm sorry, Queen Sybil. I did not realize.
Your queen orders you to stand down. I'm having Carl remove my deceased father's heart to be added to the royal mausoleum. This relic of the past no longer belongs here.
Of course, Your Majesty.
That should do it.
Thanks.
Alright, so that worked. Now we can do this. Carl the Kingslayer.
I'd say it was nothing personal, ex-King Warren, but no, it is personal. It was bad enough with you being a horrible, black-hearted tyrant, but then you abducted my ex-wife and kid. I can't abide that. You had this coming, asshole. Feudalism's a bitch, ain't it?
What have you done?
You would betray, assassinate your own father for the throne? You're more a monster than I ever could be.
You've had your era, Father, and you created dystopia. You've brought about apocalypse over the course of decades, creeping up on you as you remain blind, cloistered behind your golden walls in the new Palace of Versailles.
I have brought immeasurable wealth, unprecedented prosperity, colonized an entire solar system.
At the expense of the many, Your empire is built from the bodies of billions. You would make yourself immortal, sit atop the Fulcrum for eternity. You believe you're some sort of post-human god. But no matter how much wealth you accumulate, how many people you exploit, how much power you amass, you are just a man. And you've been bested by a naive little girl, a beat cop, and a defective. You're not that smart. You just had the good luck of being born a Clinton Bush.
I will end you all. I will end the world if I have to.
You're no daughter of mine, you ungrateful traitor! You always had your mother's eyes. Once I rip them from that defective body, I'll implant those eyes into a new prototype of you, Sybil. One debugged of the flaw of disloyalty. The next Sybil will be a perfect specimen. Then you can join me in the utopia I will build. For there are no flaws in paradise.
Voice acting. It's hard to take it seriously.
You best put a royal famous down, scrub.
Proto, you've resurrected?
Apparently, proto-j, and the J is for Jesus. Time to wash this muff like in Sin City. Sorry, Carl. I tried to keep him out the guarded control room, but Lauren busted through my ice wall. Used some top secret Chinese virus called Quang MK5.
We're just glad you're back, kid. Sybil, what's going on with the droids and bots?
It seems all of the Clinton Bush humanoids are having an algorithmic philosophical crisis or something. They can't compute who the neo-feudal monarch is. They must be crashing due to a paradox of the king's death, yet apparent resurrection. There is no stipulation in the 3 laws for the case of a stolen election.
So what? We're going into overtime? Some sort of runoff?
It appears so. The true sovereign will be decided by sudden death. Of my father or myself.
I win. I always win. It is my divine right.
He must be channeling the power of the garden itself through his consciousness gestalt.
Without his heart, his biological body must have passed by now. It's like the garden itself is animating Warren, keeping his mind on life support.
That means the only way to stop Warren is to disconnect him from the garden, remove the controller's crown.
Okay, let's take this Lich King plutocrat down.
Carl must have dropped this?
Oh no. Looks like some of the Royal Guard are turning cloak. I'll hold him off. Sybil, do you have the red Aleph?
I've got it right here.
Now, Sybil, use the Aleph.
Please let this work.
Get away from my body.
How do we disorient him? Okay, do I...
Proto, hit Warren as hard as you can with your golden third eye or whatever, right now.
Trio! One can of psionic whoop-ass open!
This is not possible!
Yo, Queen to King 1! You players gonna make a play? You better check this motherfucking made stat!
Sybil, do you have the red Aleph?
I've got it right here.
Now, Sybil, use the Aleph.
Use the Aleph.
Wait! You believe you will be different than me, that you will be a messiah, a philosopher king ruling benevolently and bringing equality and prosperity to all? If only you knew the true nature of power. Maintaining power requires maintaining loyalty, and maintaining loyalty requires horse trading, coercion, pay to play, even brutality at times. Even in your precious American democracy, this was true. Every dollar you spend on the poor, our royal rival, we use against you in the Neofeudal Council. You'll be overthrown before you bring your first million defectives out of poverty.
If I am overthrown, then so be it. The past should not be allowed to devour the future. The tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants. And if this stratoplex, this bejeweled, floating enclave of exploitative, disconnected trillionaires above a wasteland is all the Neofeudal Council and Neofeudalism has to offer, then I am happy to smash all of the crowns and throw the gold shards down to the people. I will be the iconoclast queen. Even if the Egalite Cooperative only lasts a brief time and power hierarchies return, at least we will have a chance of something different.
Have you lost your mind? You would throw your name, your crown, this life of luxury away for the unwashed commoners? Yeah. You would destroy what your family labored for centuries to build, the most powerful dynasty of all time?
I'd rather live in a rickety shanty in a community of human, robot, and chimera equals than live another day in a vulgar, disgusting, opulent den of wealthy vipers like this palace. I hate them, and I hate you.
Sybil.
Oh, is still a legit class traitor.
I am still your father. I gave you everything. All the treasure and power, and even let you run your humanitarian programs against my wishes. And though they costed me dearly, that must count for something. I love you.
I want to believe that, Father. I would have believed it, but I've seen your true colors. You left me to be raised by robots, used me like a chess piece. You would burn entire cities to the ground to keep your throne. But the worst part, for all your talk of family, I know if you had to choose between your empire and me, you would choose empire. That is what hurts me the most. I'm sorry. Goodbye, Father. I'm sorry.
You did what you had to do. That act took a queen's courage. You deserve the throne, Sybil.
I hope that's true.
Long live the queen. All fixed.
Come on, buddy. You can do this. You can do this.
Nanotech-caused diseases aren't covered by your insurance? How can they treat people like this?
What's wrong, Mommy? Don't be sad.
It's nothing, Johnny. Mommy's just trying to help you get better, but it's hard in this system.
I'm sorry for being sick, Mommy. I'll eat my krill protein and get strong like
Krill
Khan John and
protein.
Robo-Apocalypse.
Oh no, baby, it's not your fault. It's just... Hey, let's go home and you can watch some Sons of Monarchy. How's that sound?
Sons of Monarchy.
Hey, Jewel, is this a bad time?
Hello? Are you a robot?
Huh? What's that?
A robot? Are you one? Mommy says I have to tell robots to beat it.
Johnny, who are you talking to?
No. I'm a human, mostly. I guess I'm a little bit robot, too.
Oh, okay. Maybe I talk to you mostly, then beat it a little bit. Or Mommy call police and...
Give me that phone.
Hey.
How did you get this number?
What? I'm not a robocall or a collection agency or anything.
I know it's you, Carl. I told you I don't want to talk to you, and you know I have a court order.
Look, you don't have to tell me how you and Johnny are doing or listen to another shitty apology, okay? I just wanted to tell you that I've come into some good fortune of late.
That's nice. I'm real happy for you, Carl. Goodbye.
Wait, just give me a minute or just 30 seconds, okay? Hear me out. Then you can call my former CPD squad mates to come and haul me off to prison or file another lawsuit or whatever.
I'll give you 15.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, look, you're not going to believe this, but I'm with a princess right now.
What? You're dating one of those wannabe hype tube micro celebrities?
No, not that kind of princess. I'm talking about a real, honest to jobs, has to have personal super agent bodyguards at all times, net worth in the 12 figures range, royalty with a capital R princess.
Oh no. Did you go and shoot up the drugs you confiscated again? You've told some whoppers in your time, but this princess story takes the cake. Goodbye, Carl. Have a nice life.
Christ, Jewel, why do you always have to cut me down like that?
Oh, it's my fault you got kicked off the force and became a junkie like the bots you were undercover with?
No, it's not your... Look, I'm getting better. I'm down to only smoking hacked cigarettes. Flack! Look, listen, just listen, okay? I'm not looking for forgiveness or a pat on the head. I just want you to know that I can help you. I have a friend in the high place. The highest place.
We don't need your help. We're doing fine, asshole.
Who are the robots that Johnny is supposed to hang up on?
That's none of your goddamn...
The collection agencies, right? Garnishing your dwindling paychecks, auctioning your car, coming for your kidneys, indentured servitude, that's slavery. Look, Jewel, I know I've been a piece of shit. Piece of utter trash. I'm not worthy to have any of you back. I won't even say I can make anything right.
Yeah.
But I'm in a
Been a
position
jerk.
to filter some of the milk and honey out of those sky castles down to you guys. Don't do it for me. You don't even have to do it for you. Just think of Johnny, okay? He can
Just
at
think
least
of
get his
Johnny.
treatment paid for. Eat well. Go to a decent school. Not have to worry about all the neo-feudal bullshit of working his ass off just to barely scrape by in a low-town dump. Just do it for him.
You son of a bitch, Carl. This isn't anything happening here, okay? This doesn't mean we're talking now, so don't get any ideas. I had to close the old bank account when we went into default. The new one is... I'll just text it to you.
Thank you, Jewel. You're doing the right thing.
by.
Not bad, cyborg man. A little nepotism never hurt anyone.
You want to convert our brand new resort into a multi-species sustainability education center? But where will our campaign contributors golf with us?
I don't know, Laura. The Oasis Country Club, or any of the other dozen mega resorts that we haven't yet clawed back and auctioned off to restore running water and cheap electricity to terrestrial Coastlandia. Pray we do not repossess any further.
This is insanity! Hypetech Corporation is losing billions of potential profits due to tax increases.
Hey, asshat! If you don't like paying your fair share for access to our new middle-class markets, rule of law, all of that formerly non-existent good stuff, then go hop on one of your rocket ships and do your business in a Martian tin pot dictatorship.
This is outrageous!
What's outrageous is why you're not in prison after defrauding billions from pension funds and Hypetech's financial branch laundering money for terrorists and drug lords.
I am a neo-feudal lord. I do not have to listen to these false accusations. I am too big to jail.
Oh, grow up, you big man-child. Fork over the back taxes or we're shutting you down. Just think of it as community-oriented pay-to-play. Instead of buying politicians, now you have to buy the goodwill of the citizens. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, Jobs. This law and democracy thing is a disaster.
Alright. I'm tired of talking to you guys. You can go away now.
You upstart, plebeian commoner. We are the aristocracy. You cannot order us around.
Actually, I've technically got a lordship. Says so on the nameplate. But who needs labels, right? And sure, I can order you around. You're forgetting the first rule of feudalism.
Always have friends in high places.
Oh, Your Majesty! What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, Your Majesty!
Save it. I overheard everything.
I'm so sorry, my queen.
Oh no! Please have mercy!
Don't worry, Laura. You can keep your job. As long as you spend a year of your life in abject poverty for every 2 years in office.
What?
It's my new egalite law. To prevent the elite from becoming out of touch with the 99%, you will have to live at the level of the society's poorest for 1 full year, foregoing all titles and all help from your family, friends, or other connections. I call it deprivileging of the entitled. If you survive poverty, you get to keep your wealth. Otherwise, the Egalite Cooperative confiscates all of it.
No Pegasus back riding? No private limo shopping trips to Dulsachi? How could anyone live like that?
Tell that to the billions of humans, humanoids, and chimeras who do it every day. Don't worry, I and all monarchs will have to do the same inequality education term. Don't worry, cousin, you'll be fine. I'll see you at Kanye the 12th's birthday party.
Kanye the 12th?
Hi.
Nolan, you'd best get out of my sight before I have you executed for treason.
Of course, my queen.
Have a good day, guys. So, how's the new Director of National Equality job going?
I have to deal with snobby rich people all day. But I get to tell them off instead of the other way around. So that's great. The view's fantastic, obviously.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to need people like you, people I can trust at all the levers of power in the corporate state to make sure the changes we're pushing for get carried out.
Of course. Well, don't worry about me quitting. I also like finally having a non-cardboard house, healthcare, and a 401 million K retirement.
401 million K.
Compared to my last gig, I'm living like a king.
Oh no, I don't think you'd want that job.
What's the matter? Is there trouble in the Fulcrum?
Much of the Neofeudal Council is unhappy with Queen Sybil's Egalite initiative. Trillionaires don't want to give up a cent of their fortunes to those living on $1 a day right below their floating castles.
So, how are you handling opposition?
Well, they've seen the mass destruction, the unmatched power of the garden.
Unilaterally assured destruction. You haven't, killed anyone, have you?
No, and I hope I never have to. But I have threatened quantum sanctions against those who defy the Egalite
Quantum sanctions.
Quantum sanctions?
The Coke Job's leadership refused to participate in the mandated Year of Poverty, so I used the garden to relocate some of their military aircraft.
Where did you relocate it?
Into the asteroid belt, somewhere too difficult to retrieve. Somewhere near Phobos, in case they change their mind.
Gates, damn. I guess it serves them right, but I hope you know what you're doing.
There are already rumors that several families are positioning to push me out of the chairwoman position, but I'm trying to build a coalition to prevent that.
But they can't do that, right? You're head of the Clington Bush family, the masters of the universe.
So was my father, and look what happened to him. I hate to say it, but maybe he was right.
Give yourself some credit, Sybil. Standing up to King Warren, the most powerful ruler in the world, when you could have just kicked back into a lifestyle of the rich and famous. And we've already helped more than 1 million of the terrestrial sentients out of poverty. They've got co-op supermarkets, mixed species maker spaces, and chrome tree forest power plants springing up left and right down there. We did the right thing.
I guess you're right, Carl. Plus, I still have the Garden of Forking Paths, the ultimate nuclear option if anything goes wrong. I just hope it doesn't change me, having that absolute power. I am my father's daughter, after all.
You're nothing like King Warren. And hey, if you ever turn over to the neo-feudal dark side, I'll be happy to overthrow another Clington Bush.
Ha! To be honest, I kind of missed the revolution business already. Maybe I'll dabble in foreign regime change to get the Neo-Feudal Council on my side.
Oh, snap! Son of a Bitcoin! Look at you, high roller! Carl the big time
proto-j
G-man
still
with the
proto-j
fancy
apparently.
suit.
Yeah, laugh it up. They ran out of coffee-stained brown. What can I say? Didn't half your Chrome Boys crew get bricked during that Coke Job sting op? It looks like the assault on the arcade never happened.
When Sybil rewinded that nuclear explosion that Warren caused with the GFP, it reset the world. The Coke Job's mega city crashed into Dickinston right on top of the arcade. So when Sybil undid the damage,
That's a little
it'd be
convenient,
like nothing
but
happened up in our crib.
I'm happy for you.
The high score on SpaceX all got wiped. Maybe we's immigrants from an alternate universe, shanghaied into this one by the reality splice?
Damn it! I worked my ass off for that high score. Well, glad things worked out for you guys, whatever the cosmology of it. So, now that you have Savior of Coastlandia on your resume, what's next for the great proto-j?
I've been volunteering at fosterbot homes, helping out short-circuiting shorties.
Really? Seems a little unglamorous for the $6 billion baller.
Well, I also scored some Hollywood hookups through Sybil. I'm gonna be starring in Neofeud, an action blockbuster based on our
Neo-failure.
adventures, exposing corporate state corruption, directed by Oliver Crome Blomkamp. Gonna win Oscars and shit, bro.
Okay.
Also, my future platinum album, Sentient Revolt, is set to drop in a week. Proceeds gonna be donated to my non-profit to help non-human inner city youths, the Genix and Bots Club. I'ma be the Chrome version of Ice Cube, dog.
Good for you, kid. And I say that as your former parole officer. I'm glad you've got your $6 billion act together, and I don't have to worry about you giving me any more white hairs.
Oh, cheesy, Bruce Willis. Oh, yo. You still owe me that cig.
Actually, I'm trying to quit smoking.
Winners don't use drugs, right?
Haha. Touche. You let me know if you ever want to go on a wild goose chase, get shot at by killer androids, get locked up in a secret prison, send the New World Order into upheaval, and alter the fabric of the space-time consciousness continuum, okay?
Okay.
Now you know. I'ma cash in that gift card someday. For sure. Alright, you take care of yourself, Mr. Policeman.
That's Lord Carbon to you. I got titles now.
Power surge? Yo, Jen, check out them solar tree inverters.
Damn, this game's glitching out. Hey, who the hell is Warren? He's got the #1 high score of 10 trillion points. This machine is bugged.
Uh-oh. He's still out there. There we go. Ending title drop. Right, so yeah, from what I understand, this was mostly programmed by one guy in Hawaii. So it was mostly a decent game. One sticking point though is I think proto-j's accent goes way overboard. Very awkward writing. Otherwise, it was a pretty good game. I think it could have gone more into the pitfalls of reform. But it sort of ends before the consequences of that would happen, so it sort of is what it is. I hear that the developer of this is in the process of making a sequel, and it's supposed to be coming out pretty soon, so that'll be interesting. Curious to see where it will go from here, because they had that sort of I don't know what you call it, like a, it's not really a cliffhanger, but it's when you, like, tease that the villain's still around. It sort of had that with Warren at the end there. So I wonder if he's gonna be back, if, Sybil's gonna go all fetal, become, like, a shitty tyrant. I don't know. We'll have to see what the sequel brings. So there were a couple of places that could have been done better. I think there's in some of the action scenes, there's not a lot of direction of what to do, whether through the interface or whatever, and it could be frustrating. Yeah, the action scenes weren't very well done. I don't know if it's limitations of the engine, because this is done in Adventure Game Studio, which has been around for a pretty long time now. I think there were versions of Adventure Game Studio for the DOS. So, yeah, this was pretty fun. Kind of a simple game, but it had like an interesting, like, amateur aesthetic. Pretty cool. It, the aesthetic reminds me a lot of, Pilot Red Sun's animations on YouTube, if you've ever seen them. They're basically like, animating with, I don't know what he uses, but it looks like MS Paint. It's like a very unique animation style. And this game has something pretty similar going on. It's like this mix of realistic and stylized graphics that's very strange and alienating, but in a kind of interesting way. I wouldn't say the graphics in this are good, but they're certainly interesting. I think this was, pretty fun game to play through, and glad I streamed this. Yeah, I hope it was interesting for everybody watching too. It's not a super long game. It's not incredibly involved, but it has some cool things with transhumanism and cyberpunk and all that stuff in a very it sort of approaches things from a very Marxist perspective, and that's interesting. There's not a lot of games that do that. Okay, so that was Neofeud. And with that, we have successfully finished it. Going to transfer over to my office here. Okay, so that is one more game completed. And yeah, that was pretty fun. So I don't think there's anything else to say that I haven't said already. I can say that plan for the rest of the week is normal streaming schedule. So on Wednesday, I will be starting the game Verdant Skies, which is sort of a Harvest Moon-like, very similar to Harvest Moon Stardew Valley, except the conceit is that it takes place in space on an alien planet. And I'm going to be interrogating how it handles the idea of colonization, because it is the idea is that you are colonizing the planet through, I believe, a corporation. So I'll be interested in dissecting that. I don't think I've been super critical of the games I've played so far. And I'd kind of like to start doing that more. I'd kind of like to start thinking about the assumptions that these games are making and how to think about what they're trying to say. What perspectives are they throwing out there? Because one of the interesting things is, even in games where you have multiple choices, the choices are always curated based on the assumptions of the person developing the game. So, every choice you make in a game is probably something the developer thought of. If not, they gave you the explicit freedom to come up with it yourself. That's rare, but it does happen in games with a certain amount of improvisation involved. But anyways, the plan is Wednesday and Friday we do Verdant Skies, and then on Saturday we continue to play through Final Fantasy IX. So, I do have something neat lined up. I have a collab going on, and it might take fruit next week. We'll have to see. We do have a lot of preparation to get done before we go forward with anything. But it should be fun. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. So I will end stream here. Have a great rest of the night, or whatever time it is where you are. And I'll see you all tomorrow. It's been gay.